Ever heard of a social ride? I have, but I've never tried one before this one. A few months back I saw this REBOUND event on Facebook hosted by Velo pavé in Farum, which is not far from me. I decided it was time to infiltrate the Danish gravel scene and see what this social ride thing is all about. What's it like to ride in these larger groups? Who are these people underneath their arrow uniforms and mean shades? And what kind of route did they put together for this REBOUND ride? Today's route is 80k from State, and then we go up north. I would say it's an easy route from a technical perspective that everyone can ride, given you can ride 80k of course. But I guess many can if they just eat properly. But most of the time we're on wide gravel roads, and the few times we got a narrow single track it was still quite smooth. Not tight and twisty, and not with many roots and rocks. So from a technical perspective, most people should definitely be able to ride this. So for those who doesn't recognize this place, it's Sjælsø. You have a very beautiful view of the lake, but that's quite hard to capture on the GoPro. So you will have to go here to see that for yourself. But then there's also these wooden bridges that are very, very cool to ride on, I think. But just be aware, from someone who is used to crashing a lot on bikes, if these are wet, they will be very, very slippery. I haven't tried, but I just know they will be very slippery, and the corners are quite sharp. So just go slow if the bridge is wet. So what is this REBOUND event all about? As I understand it, there's this gravel race called Unbound, which is probably the biggest gravel race in the world. During Corona, many races couldn't go due to lockdowns and restrictions, so instead people went on rides at their home destinations on their own routes of the same length as the ones you'll find in Unbound. Last year, in 2023, more than 300,000 cyclists rode more than 7.7 million kilometers registered on REBOUND's page. So that's quite cool to be a part of, I think. And this year they're aiming for 10 million kilometers, I think it is. And I don't know if they got there, but you can probably look that up on their webpage. As I mentioned earlier on, this social ride is 80 kilometers, which is equivalent to the 50 miles distance of the Unbound race, which is one of the shortest one. The longest one, which everyone cares about, is 200 miles, so that's 320 kilometers of rough gravel, and it should be really, really hot in Kansas where this race takes place. And do you want to hear something really cool? It was actually a Dane who won the women's race. Or I think she's German, but lives in Copenhagen. Anyways, kudos to Rosa Kløse for winning the biggest gravel race on planet Earth.
Den der idé med at køre på brosten, en ting er på gravelcykel, men på racercykel, det kan jeg simpelthen ikke forstå.
But let's get back to this REBOUND event. It was a super good experience and I learned a lot from it. First of all, it's always good fun to meet a lot of new people who share the same passion for bikes as I do. There were folks from all over the country actually, even though I believe there was also a big gravel race in Jutland on the same day. So that's always fun, and I think it's very inspiring to hear people's approach to biking, where they ride, get inspired to go and ride new places. So from that perspective, I can definitely recommend to go to some of these social ride events and check them out. And actually I think it was quite fun to go alone, because otherwise I'll just end up talking with the guys I already know when I ride. It was also good fun to try and ride in a big group and learn about the do's and don'ts. One thing I will definitely take with me to remember is to hold your line when you're in a group, so you don't suddenly cut someone off who was slightly behind you on your side. That's actually quite hard when you're used to riding mountain bike, because your brain is wired to always look for the best line. Well, it's not hard, I just have to think about it. And if you get a little tired from that, you can always fall back being the last guy in the group and goof around a bit. For those of you who also watched my gravel video Elite Gravel 2 and think some of this look quite similar, well, some parts of this route is going the same way, but most of it is on different roads, so don't hesitate to give it a spin even though you just went on the other one. But also, even though it's not too long ago since I was on that ride with Peter up north and where we also rode Stor Dyrehaven in Gribskov, I think it's just so nice up here that I don't mind going here several times. Another really good day on the bike, so thank you very much to Velo Pavé for hosting this Rebound event. It was a good experience and so nice to meet all of these rad guys that showed up for the event, so thank you very much. Also, huge shout out to 29er Bike Shop who supports me and the YouTube channel, and to all of you guys who watches the video, likes them and subscribes. That's what keeps this thing going. So thank you very much, and see you in the next one.